Welcome back to our math journey. We've used the word function a lot, but what does it actually mean in the context of AI? Today, we're going to clarify this fundamental concept and see how it applies from the simplest rule to the most complex neural network. At its absolute core, a function is just an input-output machine. It's a consistent rule that says, if you give me this input, I will always give you that specific output. The classic analogy is a vending machine. You give it an input, like the code C5. The function is the machine's internal mechanism. The output is the snack that it dispenses. C5 will always give you the same snack. Now here's the crucial twist for AI. In normal programming, you are the one who writes the rule. You build the function, but in machine learning, we flip that around. We often have thousands of examples of inputs and their correct outputs, but we don't know the rule that connects them. The entire goal of machine learning is to get the computer to learn that function for us. This is where neural networks come in. A deep neural network is nothing more than an extremely powerful and flexible function. The training process is all about adjusting the millions of internal settings in the network, its weights, until the network as a whole behaves like the function we need. The input is an image, the function is the trained network, and the output is the correct label. Once you start seeing things this way, you'll see functions everywhere in AI. The entire model itself is one big function. The loss function that we use to measure error is a function. And even the tiny activation functions inside each individual neuron are simple functions that decide whether to pass on a signal. It's functions all the way down. There's a famous idea in AI called the Universal Approximation Theorem. It proves that a neural network is like a universal tool. In theory, it can be molded to approximate almost any continuous function you can imagine. This is why neural networks are so incredibly powerful. They are the ultimate, flexible function-finding machines. So, thinking about AI models as functions is a powerful mental shift. They stop being magic and start being what they are. Sophisticated mathematical machines built to learn a mapping from an input to an output. You now have the correct mental model for what an AI is trying to achieve. In our next lesson, we will look at two very simple but important functions that are used everywhere in AI: logarithms and exponents.